How has the Supreme Court defied us presidents throughout history? Imagine a system where the highest judicial authority can sometimes challenge the very leaders elected to govern the nation. This dynamic tension has shaped American history in profound ways. The Supreme Court, as the ultimate interpreter of the Constitution, has occasionally taken stances that directly oppose the wishes or policies of sitting presidents, asserting its independence and authority. One notable example occurred during the presidency of Andrew Jackson. Jackson believed strongly in the power of the executive branch and famously opposed the court's decision in the case of Worcester versus Georgia. The court had ruled that the state of Georgia could not impose its laws on Cherokee Nation territory. Jackson reportedly dismissed the ruling, allegedly saying, "John Marshall has made his decision, now let him enforce it." Although the exact words are debated, Jackson's refusal to enforce the court's decision exemplifies a presidential challenge to judicial authority. Another significant instance was during the presidency of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt's New Deal policies aimed to address the Great Depression through expansive government programs. The Supreme Court initially struck down several key pieces of legislation, including the National Industrial Recovery Act and the Agricultural Adjustment Act, citing concerns over federal overreach. Roosevelt responded with a plan to expand the court's size, known as the Court Packing Plan, which aimed to appoint additional justices sympathetic to his policies. Although the plan was ultimately unsuccessful, the court's decisions began to shift, and some justices started to uphold New Deal legislation, illustrating a complex interaction where judicial resistance was met with political pressure. More recently, during the presidency of Richard Nixon, the court played a pivotal role in checking executive power. The case of United States versus Nixon involved the president's claim of executive privilege to withhold information related to the Watergate scandal. The court unanimously ruled against Nixon, ordering him to release the tapes, thereby asserting judicial authority over the executive branch. This decision reinforced the principle that no one, not even the president, is above the law. Throughout American history, the Supreme Court has demonstrated its willingness to challenge or limit presidential actions when constitutional principles are at stake. These moments highlight the system of checks and balances designed to prevent any one branch from becoming too powerful. Such instances of judicial independence have often led to significant shifts in policy and the balance of power within the government, shaping the course of the nation.